Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for 64 subscribers. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a little story about school. When I mean school, I mean middle school and high school. So, in middle school, I be facing a lot of problems, like looking for a friend or looking for someone to talk to. Yes, I did. I did find someone to talk to, but turns out he was not my friend. He was saying mean things about me behind my back. And then later on in that day, we went to a class of outside. He was throwing these little rocks at me, like these little bitty rocks. He was throwing it at me, and I asked him nicely, "Can you stop? Because that kind of hurt." And he would not stop. So I got up and I moved somewhere else. And he got up and he followed with me. So again, I got up and moved somewhere else. And then he followed me. I said, "Can you please stop following me? Can you please stop following with me?" And the next thing you know, boom, I was on the ground. He punched me in my eye. Yes, he punched me in my eye, and I fell to the ground. I could not see nothing, because I had a cut right there. So the teachers took me to the nurse's office. It said that I let her get a little cut, and I went home early. And then later in the year, that same boy was picking on somebody else. And I said, "Hey, can you please stop messing with people? School is a place to learn where you can be safe at." And what do you know? He punched me in my throat. And the teacher did not see it because the teacher was too busy on her phone. And then I went to middle school. I mean, not middle school, high school. And he was there, but luckily he didn't talk to me because he couldn't, because he was facing some other legal problems. So he couldn't talk to me. So I was happy for that, but I didn't feel safe around him. So I transferred school. And then when I got to my new school, everybody started treating me like I belong. Like they welcomed me with open arms. They treat me like I belong over there. It was happy. I was happy. Cause later in the year, I met this one girl, and I met her in a classroom, and she asked me to sit by her. I said okay. And then later in the year, I had the same lunch with her, and I was sitting by myself. And she asked me to sit with her and her friends. I said okay, and I did. And she started introducing me to her friends. And then we had after school activities together. And then she introduced me to more of her friends. I was very happy because they feel like I feel like I belong with them. That made me feel special. And then later in the year, all those all my friends asked me to homecoming. Like they came to one of my class and they asked me to homecoming. And they had the big old bag of M&M right here, like this big. And I said yes because I never been to a homecoming. So it was fun, let alone going with 3 girls. But I had a blast there, and also I was tired too. So, but yeah, I had fun there. And and then we start being friends. And then that's when the pandemic happened. But luckily, we already had our prom, and I went out at the prom team. So I'm very happy for that. Yeah, I'm very happy for that, what they did. And one of my friends that I met in high school, they did the same club in me. I, 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 I still stay in contact with her. I think I've been know her since, I think we met her be friends since 2019, I believe. Like, if I feel it down, I always talk to her, and she always get me, and she can always put a smile on my face. But all my friends is in college right now. But I'm not. I am upset because I like to see them. But hey, that's a part of life. We move on. And then and at least I can still count on one person if I can trust. If I can trust to be right there by my side when I need her. Whew. Yeah, yeah. So that is the story about my school. Bye.